There. Okay, hopefully you can all hear me and see me. So, we're going to start standing. Find a nice space on your mat or your floor, wherever you are. And we're just going to start, first of all, just by thinking about where our centre of gravity is going down through our feet. So we're just going to roll onto the toes and roll onto the heels. We're just going to take the weight forwards and backwards. That's it, super. Okay, and just start to get the movement a little bit further. We're going to come up onto your toes. Let your arms swing forwards as you go up onto your toes. There we go. Just starting to get some gentle movement going through the feet. Today we're going to look at some exercises that involve just stretching, releasing, but by constantly moving to release the tension. There we go. Good, just get used to doing that movement. And we're going to come up as high as you can onto your tiptoes as you do this. We're really strengthening through your ankles, but you're lengthening at the same time. And let's see if we can get the arms going up a little bit higher. Reach. Good. Okay. Now we're starting to get some movement. Whole body's starting to move now. Keep it nice and floaty, so you're not over sort of marching into it or creating tension through your shoulders. Just imagine your arms are floating all the way up and lengthening and floating down. Do 2 more. Super. Okay, let your feet rest down. Bring your hands onto your shoulders. So you've got the hand on the same shoulder. And we're just going to start just by drawing some circles backwards. So you're going to try and draw the biggest circle you can with your elbows. And really, as you take your arms back, really try and squeeze your shoulder blades together. So we're really getting an opening through the front of your chest there. So circle those arms around and open the chest. Lovely. Okay, we're going to go forwards now. We're going to do the arms individually. So start drawing a circle forwards with one, and then we come forwards with the other. So we're going to allow movement to come through the upper part of your back as well. Try and keep your hips relatively still, so we're not sort of twisting all the way through your knees, but you are allowing your spine to move. There we go. So try again. Draw as big a circle as you can. It's almost like that kayak movement, as if you're paddling. That's it. We're not necessarily bringing the shoulders really far forwards. You're allowing your spine to twist as you're doing this. And as you're twisting through your spine, that release is happening through the mid part of your shoulders. There we go. Lovely. Do you feel that tension starting to stretch? We get quite a lot of tension build up between shoulder blades. So this is a really nice one to start to loosen through the movement and start to get the stretch. Good. And just finish up with your arms there. Great. Okay, we'll just look at lengthening through the neck now. So take your hands behind your back. So you're grabbing hold of your hand and pulling down. Okay, you're just going from here. Imagine you're lengthening your neck first. So imagine you're being pulled up to the ceiling. And then as you do that, just dip your chin down towards your chest. So now we're already, I mean, if you've got quite a lot of tension in your neck, you're already feeling that stretch up through your neck. If you're quite loose through your neck, you might not feel it yet, but it's coming. So drop your chin towards your chest. Okay, now keep your chin down and look towards one of your shoulders. I'm going around to my right hand side here. So I'm going to keep my chin down and looking to the right side. Whole time I'm doing this, my arms at the back are pulling down, so I'm creating that sort of anchoring of my shoulders so they don't start to sneak back up again. Now, if I need a little bit more stretch through my neck, I can drop my ear, so I'm going to do right ear to right shoulder, so I'm doing the same, going to the same side, so now I can really feel that stretch coming up through the left-hand side of my neck. Okay, if you've already got the stretch and you don't necessarily need to drop your ear down to the side, it all depends how it feels. And as you're doing this, I need you to think about, does it feel like a nice strong stretch, or is it starting to hurt? If it's starting to hurt, ease off. You can overstretch muscles. Okay, so you can start to create little tears. So just make sure you're going in a comfortable range of movement as you're doing it. Okay, slowly ease off of that one. Lift your ear up if you've tilted it, and roll your chin round your chest wall. So we're looking towards the other side. So I'm going off to my left-hand side now. So I'm starting to feel the stretch down through my neck. And if I need a bit more of a stretch, I'm going to tilt my left ear to my left shoulder. And now the stretch is coming up through my right-hand side of my neck. That's it, that's nice. Okay, and just breathe. We don't need to do any breath holding or anything for these stretches. Okay, gently release out. So lift the ear up if you've tilted and roll your chin round to your chest to the centre before you lift head up. Okay, bring your hands out and round to the front now. I'm going to get you to push your hands away as if you're pushing the wall in front of you away as much as you can. So really push, lengthen, and keep pushing all the way as you push your arms up towards the ceiling. Push, 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 keep pushing and lengthening. Let your arms relax down. We go again. Take your hands together, push them away. Keep pushing, pushing, pushing. You'll feel your shoulder blades almost feel like they're separating. And lift, lift, lift with the arms. Push the ceiling away and circle your arms round. We'll do 2 more. Push your hands away. Really push. That first engagement there as you push away, you feel your shoulder blades sort of separating and pushing away at the back. And then keep lifting, lifting through your arms, lift through your arms. Watch your shoulders don't hunch up towards your ears. You're still keeping that gap between your ears and your shoulders, but lift towards the ceiling and then let your arms circle around. Let's do 1 more. Push your arms away. Push. Keep pushing, pushing, pushing. Lift, lift, lift. Keep pushing as much as you possibly can. Really feel that stretch through there and let the arms circle down. Okay, let's take the feet just a little bit wider. I'm going to get you to take your arms out to the side and we're going to bend over to one side. One arm goes under, one arm goes over. So we're creating this sort of circle of movement. We've got like an imaginary circle that your arms are going to float around. Off to the other side, we're lengthening through the side, coming out, 2 arms like this, that's it, and then circle round. Okay, so we can try and work in with the breathing, so we can take a nice deep breath in as we go over, and breathe out as you come back. Breathe in, and breathe out. Good, so each time we're doing this, we're just going to see if we can try and get a little bit further over, so you get that lovely stretch coming all the way up through your side. And coming back. So this is a really nice one as well. So as well as getting that lovely stretch through your side, we're getting movement through the spine as well. And it's quite a nice stabilised movement because we're going nice and slow. And it's encouraging the spine to make movements that it should be able to make, but perhaps haven't been doing during the day because there's not many times that we spend leaning down to the side during the day. Good. Let's just do 1 more to each side. Lovely. Okay, let's come and stand. We're going to look at lengthening through the hamstrings while we're standing in a moving exercise now. So you're going to, from the front, you're standing with your feet hip width apart. I'm going to show you from the side. So the exercise is this. You bend from the hips as if you've been karate chopped through your hips, and you're lifting your bottom up towards the wall. So what it's not is a squat. A squat, your bottom goes down. In fact, if I just explain the way I tend to say this in class, you're going to imagine that you're holding a pencil with your bottom and you're trying to draw a line up the wall behind you. Okay, so basically, if you were holding a pencil and went into a squat, the line goes down. What we want you to do is lift. Okay, so you're bending and hinging from your hips, lift your bottom up. And as you do this, if you're doing it right, you'll feel a lovely stretch from the back of your hamstrings. But we're going to do it with constant movement. So it's not going to be one of those stretches that we hold. It's a dynamic stretch. So lift, lengthen through the hamstrings, come back up. Bend from the hips. And you're going to look at where my chest is. Okay, if you start bringing into squats or you start bending too far forwards, we end up doing this. All this does is bend through your back. It's not going to do any lift through the hamstrings. So keep your chest high, keep your eyes looking at something in front of you, keep your chest high and keep lifting through the pelvis. So you're really creating that length through the hamstrings there. Good. Okay, try and keep your weight equal over your feet so you're not tempted to rock back onto your heels. But each time you do it, just see if you can get a little bit higher into that lift of the pelvis. Your knees are staying soft, so they're not locked back, but equally you're trying not to bend them too much as you're doing this. They'll slightly, as you can see, well, my hamstrings are super tight anyway, so I'm putting a little bit of a bend. If you're got really long hamstrings, you might find that you're having to lower quite far down, but that's fine to lower down, but just keep your chest high as you're doing it. Don't be tempted to sort of try and bend right down towards the floor. Okay, let's just do a couple more. Super. Okay, we're going to go down towards the mat now. So let's roll down towards the mat. So think about lengthening up through the spine, shoulders rounding down into your back pockets, lengthened up through the neck. You're going to tilt your chin down towards your chest and slowly move through each of those bones of your spine here, as if you're opening one, then the other, as you work your way down towards the floor. Keep going nice and gently towards the floor. Hips will rotate round, and when your hands make contact with the floor, walk them forwards. So you're going to end up in this kind of down dog position. So again, it depends how tight you are down the backs of your legs. You might be able to get your feet flat on the floor. There's not a chance I'm going to get mine there. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk through the heels. Okay, so you're bending and lengthening, and the aim is just to encourage your heel to go down towards the ground. So it's a nice moving dynamic stretch for the back of the legs as well. If you really can't do leaning onto your hands in this, you could do this standing up and just marching on the spot and just working through your heels if you need to. It's also a nice one to do standing off the edge of a step, which I've got a video about, which I can share that soon if you're struggling with this one. If it's super easy, bring your feet closer. If you're still struggling to make contact with the floor, just keep working into it. Don't force it, just take it nice and gently towards the floor. Great. Okay, and then let the knees drop down towards the mat, and we're into our all fours position. So pretty standard movement through the spine here. It's a really lovely stretch, our cat-cow stretch. So you're going to tuck under with your hips, push your shoulders up towards the ceiling, feel your shoulder blades separate, and then sink down and lift through the pelvis, lift through the chest. Tuck under, lift up, and sink down. Good, lift up. Try not to look too far up, but just enough to lift the chest. Really feel your shoulder blades separating as you're pushing up towards the ceiling. Tuck right under with your hips so you get as much stretch through your spine as you can. And slowly just move around, lift the hips up, lift the chest up. Let's do two more. Tuck under. And then come back through. Lovely. Last one. Tuck under and lift. And sink down. Perfect. Sit right back onto your heels. Lengthen your hands away. That's it. Just let yourself soften down into this one. Just keep breathing. Keep pushing your fingertips away as much as you possibly can. Okay. So from here, what we're going to do is take the hips forward, drop them down onto the floor and push up. Now just be careful with your low back. If this hurts through your back, don't come down into this one. You're just going to stay in your child pose and walk your hands around to the side. But if your back's feeling pretty good, we're going to sit onto the heels, rotate through on the knees, into this position, lift up, nice deep breath in, and then we're going to work back, sit back into child pose. Take a breath here, and breathe out, and drop down into your hips, lift up through your chest, look up towards the corner of the room, not the ceiling. And then breathe in and come back. So we're working through the hips to create the stretch. Dropping your hips forwards, lift your chest. Watch your back's not hurting as you do that. And sinking back. There we go. Great. Rolling through, lifting up. Get a nice opening through the hips. Lovely articulation through there. Great. Last one. And then rotating down. Good. Now just hold this position if you are in this position. If you're not, and if your back's hurting, you can come into the position like this. So you're onto your elbows, so you're not lifting up. And this one might be enough of a stretch for you. And we're going to get you to look up towards the ceiling. We're going to do that lovely chin move that we've done before. So you're going to push your chin forwards up towards the ceiling. So you get a nice stretch through the front of your neck. Do that funny face thing where you're pushing your chin forwards. That's it. So if you're up, same thing, just lift your chin forwards, Watch you're not sticking your head too far backwards, make sure it's comfortable for you and your neck shouldn't be in any pain at all as you're doing this one. Fantastic, good. Okay, let yourself sink down. We're going to roll you over onto your backs. Okay, so from here, knees and feet together. And we're just going to drop both knees and feet down to one side. And then draw them back up and float them down to the other side. So we're getting a nice articulation stretch through your low back. Good. So as we're doing this, you're just going to let your legs go heavy and drop them down towards the floor. Try not to let your legs do all the work to bring them back up. Try and let your tummy muscles help you out a little bit. This isn't a Pilates class as such here, but a little bit of Pilates principles. We're just going to try and draw the abs in as you lift the legs up. And each time you drop the knees down, we're trying to get a little bit further down towards the floor. So again, if you are having trouble with your back, rotation is a movement that is not, it's not very much liked by your back. So if you are having any problems, just do some very sort of small movements side to side. If you're okay, just let the knees drop down. And as the further you go down, my top foot is now off of the floor. Popping the foot back down again as I go over. If you see on the other side, the foot's now coming up, and I'm getting that rotation going all the way through my back. Bring your arms nice and wide out to the side now if you can. If you've got space to do that, don't worry if you haven't, you can do it with your arms. You could stretch your arms above your head to create a little bit more tension if you don't have the space to the side. That's it, and just rotate through. Perfect. Good. Okay, from here, draw your knees in towards your chest. Grab hold of both knees, and we're going to do 5 circles round in one direction. Each time you come round, draw your knees in as close to your chest as you can. Really feel that opening up through your low back. There we go. One more circle in this direction, and then the other direction. Circle it round. Fantastic. Good. That feels quite a nice movement. It's such a simple one. I give this to all the patients to do. Okay, finish up that circle there. Keep hold of one of your knees and let the other leg go nice and straight out onto the floor there. Keep grabbing nice and tight with the hip or the knee that you've got, and just feel it open up through the top part of the hamstring there and into your glutes. If you're not feeling much, don't panic. We're moving this, we're going to progress this one on. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the knee across your body. So I've got hold at the minute of my right knee, and I'm going to draw it across my body towards the left-hand side. Okay, and I'm just going to take it across as far as it's comfortable to go without my pelvis lifting up. So we're not allowing any rotation just yet. I'm just getting the stretch into that lower part hamstrings and into the glutes. And just hold that stretch in that position for a moment. Good, and then just gently take it over a little bit more. So we're now allowing the pelvis to raise up, and you're going to see if you are comfortable. Don't put too much pressure if it's hurting at all. Just go with where you're comfortable. And we can get a little bit more stretch coming up through the spine. So this opposite arm, so the right arm is going to go out to the side as I'm drawing my leg over to the left-hand side. So we get that lovely twist coming up through the spine. Fantastic, good. And if you can, get the leg to drop right down onto the floor. Don't worry if it can't. And then from here, you're just going to see if you extend the leg out. So you're going to see if you can stretch it. If this is too much and you're getting pain going down your leg, definitely stop. Okay, you don't have to take the leg out. If you can create a little bit of a stretch, then go for it. Super. Bend the knee back in. Now very gently allow your pelvis to roll back over. Don't work too hard and don't throw it over too quickly. Swap the legs around. Grab hold of the other knee. Stretch the leg out and draw it in nice and tight. So tuck that knee in towards your chest as much as you can. Okay, so now we're going to start to take it across your body. So I've got my left knee now and I'm drawing it across to the right hand side. So first things first, don't allow the hips to come up. keep the pelvis in contact. So think about that sacrum bone, so that triangle bone at the very base of your pelvis, between your hip bones, it stays on the floor at the moment. Okay, and that will just make sure the stretch focuses right into your glutes there. Okay. So another thing that I need to mention, actually, if you're getting any pain in your groin, then either stretch the leg back out, or you need to just ease off of this one, because we don't want any pain in the groin as you do this one. It's often an indication that your hips might need looking at. Okay, so from here, we're going to pull a little bit further over, and we're now allowing the hips to come up, so we're getting that rotation through the spine. And you're going to pop your foot down towards the floor. Don't worry if it doesn't go, don't force it. I don't think my foot's going to touch the floor today. Some days it does, some days it doesn't. It's fine. Go with what you've got today. That's it. So that's feeling like a nice rotation spine, movement coming up through my spine there. And now from here, I'm going to lengthen my leg out. See if I create that stretch. Good. Just hold it for a couple more breaths. And then very gently draw it back round. Okay, you're going to keep hold of this leg, but you're going to put your hand around the back of it. Now, if it's uncomfortable for you, you can bring the other knee up into a bent knee, but if you can keep a nice straight leg, then let's stay in this position. Now from here, you're going to lengthen your leg up now. If you don't go by the state of mind, because my hamstrings, as I mentioned every time, are horrifically tight. So you're going to straighten your leg up as much as you can, and then from here, we are going to point and flex through the ankle. So we get that nice movement through all of the connective tissue through the back and the front of the leg. You can even, once you go to the top, really take it into a rotation of the ankle. Again, it should be nice and comfortable, so if you are in any discomfort during any of these movements, then just ease out the stretch or take a break from this one. So just rotate it around. I mean, some of you, your hamstrings are super long, you might be holding your leg about this position and your foot going around over there. And again, that's fine, just work with what you can do. Okay, slowly ease out of that one, swap the legs round, bring the other leg up, and lengthen the other leg away if you can. And we're going to go from here again, stretch the leg out as long as you can, and we're pointing and flexing. Good. And then into some circles if you want to. Just create some really nice release through the connective tissue. So we're not focusing on any particular muscles, this is just all of the fascia and the connective tissue that's going down through the leg. There we go. Couple more circles. Perfect. Okay, and gently release that out. Pop the leg down. We're going to stretch both legs away, take both arms away from you, and really imagine someone's got hold of your ankles and pulling you towards one wall, and they've got hold of your wrists and pulling you towards the other wall. Really lengthen as much as you possibly can, stretching, stretching, stretching. Super. Perfect. Okay, gently release out of that. Let's get you back up to sitting. Okay, so from here, we're going to go into our mermaids, which we really love the mermaids, so it happens most weeks. If you can, same rules as normal, sit with the one leg in front, other leg tucked behind. If you can't do that, legs go cross. If you can't do that, stick some pillows underneath you so that you're raised up, and that will take the tension out of your hips. So whatever way you can go. If you can get into this position, let's go for it. So the leg that is tucked behind you, the arm goes up towards the ceiling. Okay, other arm goes over towards the floor. We're working with movement today, so we're not going to hold it, we're just going to keep moving. So you're going to take a nice breath in and reach, and breathe out and come up. Breathe in, go over, breathe out and come up. That's it. And as we're doing this, we're rotating, so we're going for the full rotation and over. So as I go over, we're not sticking facing forward, we are rotating right through the ribs. So the ribs are coming down towards the mat, and you're lengthening your arms far away from you as you can. This arm that's on the floor, you might want to bend the elbow to get more of a stretch. See what works for you. So it's quite nice if you bend that elbow and then you can get even further with the arm. That's it. Bend the elbow. That's it. Really feel that lengthening. And coming back up. Last one. Perfect. And let's swing the legs around. Tuck them in towards the other side. Okay. So again, the leg that's tucked around beside you, lengthen the arm up. Other hand comes down onto the mat. And we're going to take a nice breath in as we reach over and twist. Okay, so allow the ribs to come over. And again, with that elbow, that's the arm that's on the mat, if you want to bend the elbow, go for the elbow bend as well. That's it, good. There we go. See if you can reach a little bit further each time. Don't worry about the breathing too much, but if you want to, it's take a nice deep breath in as you come over, and breathe out as you come back up. That way we're working through the ribs to try and encourage that pumping movement through the ribs. Lovely. Let's do 2 more on this side. Try and keep the arm nice and floaty. That's it. Last one. Fantastic. Okay. Bring your legs round in front. So stretching through the inner thighs now. So soles of your feet go together and let the knees drop out. Okay, so if your adductors are really tight, you're going to be up like this. If the adductors are nice and long, just let the knees drop out towards the side. And then you just let your arms rest onto your knees. Don't push, that's going to create too much tension. So just let the very light weight of the forearms just encourage the knees down. If this is really easy and it doesn't feel like it's stretching at all, you're going to lean forwards. We'll just get you to lean forwards into the stretch here. Okay, take it to a point where you feel like a nice tension is being put through the muscle, not, oh my goodness, that's really tight and I need to ease off, okay? Good. A couple more breath cycles here. Super. Okay, gently take yourself out of that stretch and then we'll pop the legs straight forwards. Okay, lengthen up through the spine. You're going to imagine you've been karate chopped through the middle and you're going to roll the spine down. Okay, don't just forward flex. Really think about curving and creating movement through each one of those bones. Then walk your hands forward. So again, a nice stretch through your low back, but equally we're getting tension. So this is like a stretch through the back of the legs, back of your spine, and you're going to hold that position here. Work with your breathing with me here. So breathe in, hold your position, don't let anything move. As you breathe out, soften down. Imagine your spine is melting towards the floor and your fingers can just creep a few millimeters further forwards. Breathe in, hold the position, make sure your fingers don't sneak back. And as you breathe out again, sink, soften, lengthen. You may take another millimeter, you may just hold position, that's fine. Just work with what you can do. 2 more breaths. Breathe in, hold your position. Breathe out, soften, lengthen, lower yourself down. Last one, breathe in, hold, and breathe out. Just let yourself sink, lengthen, and soften through there. Fantastic. And just very gently on the next in-breath, walk your hands back very gently. Don't come out of it too quickly. Okay, great. Right, you're going to come up, if you can, onto your knees. If you are uncomfortable through your knees, put a pillow underneath it or roll your mat. This is quite a good way of creating a little bit more cushioning. It's just folding your mat back a little bit. So you're going to come into this position. I really love this stretch because it's a really good one, stretching through your hip flexors, but not putting too much tension through your knee. So 90 degrees knee, 90 degrees at the hips. Squeeze your bottom, not with your hands, just activate your glutes, push your hips forward, and you'll feel that stretch down the front of your thigh there, okay? Now, you need to make sure your ears and your shoulders and your hips are all in line and you're not doing this, because this is not going to create any stretch. You need everything else here to be in line, and then you're just working to push your hips forward. Okay, fantastic, just hold that stretch. Perfect. you've been sat all day and you get stuck at a computer for a lot of the day, this is a really good one just to get up and do. Go and kneel by your desk and have a go at this one. Okay, gently release through your glutes and we'll swap round. So again, just work through your glutes, just push forward. There we go, we're starting to lengthen through the front of that thigh now. Fantastic. And just keep holding it. Each time you do these stretches, ideally you need to be holding them for at least 20 seconds. I think the research is about 11.8 seconds you've got to hold a muscle in a stretch for, but when we tend to do them, we count quite quickly. So I'd go for 20 seconds. Anything less than that time, and basically the muscle just recoils like a spring and you might as well not have done it. So make sure you are holding your stretches long enough when you are doing them. So just release off through the glutes now. Very gently, we're going to pop you back into that down dog position, so tuck your toes under, lift up through the hips, and just walk through your heels again. And that certainly feels a little bit easier for me. Okay, and then walk your fingers towards your hands towards your feet towards your hands towards your feet, and then slowly restack up through the spine. You're coming up from your roll down. Slowly bring your shoulders away from your ears, so you're nice and long through the neck, and we're standing up nice and tall now. Okay, just circle those shoulders as the rest of you come back up. Okay, nice deep breath in and lift your arms up, and breathe out as it comes down. Breathe in as it comes up, and breathe out as you bring your arms down. Breathe in, lift, lengthen through the spine. Next one, we're onto our toes. Breathe in, come right onto your toes, stretch. And breathe out. Breathe in, come all the way up, and breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. 3 full body swings now. Breathe in to come up, breathe out. Swing your arms through, lift and hold. Bend your knees, swing your arms through, and lift. Oh, that was a good one. Last one, really big swing. Sweep those arms through, lift. Ooh, hold it. Okay, lower your heels down, lower your arms down. Well done, everybody. I hope you feel nice and stretched and ready for the weekend.